music OTW. This one's called DOA.
Songs of the summer I make those. Pine of a feather, no fago. No sleep, I can't let the day go. Broke is a joke, I was sleeping in the same clothes. Love's here, but I can't let the hate go. No fear, big dreams, I chase those. No tears, it's all that I know. This world as far as I come. I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk. Everybody has.
I took the walk to Poland. 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 I took the walk to Poland.
My moderate to severe plaque.
People are going to Chick-fil-A every day and they're eating chicken sandwiches, and they don't really know where the chickens are coming from, and now they do. Okay, what's the right way to handle this? Is there a way ever to feed people the way we do now in an ethical way? Is there a way to have chickens that are free range and have as many chicken sandwiches dished out every day?
Lab-grown meat.
That might be the only way. But what do they do about those companies that have been making chickens that you and I have been eating for all these years? Are we mad at them, or are we mad at ourselves? We knew about it. You and I know about it. I fucking buy Chick-fil-A. If I'm tired, and that's when I make my worst choices, especially like I've been cooking all week,
Yeah.
and I'll just go fucking spicy chicken sandwich. Let's go.
The best.
Let's go. Give me a darn Coke. I'll pick fucking one that doesn't even fit in the little drink holder. That's my favorite soda. Like what? I don't like a big one.
Oh, you mean like the weird barrels?
It doesn't even fit in there. You gotta put it next to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
You gotta cool your dick off. You gotta put it in between your legs.
Fucking huge.
Yeah, huge.
Unnatural.
It's American as fuck. It's as American as the 4th of July. A big gulp.
Yeah.
Giant ass big gulp.
Right.
That's ridiculous. If you got one of those on a chicken sandwich, you're contributing to the chicken holocaust. And I'm like I've raised chickens, and I understand what a chicken is. And I love my chickens, and I'm sad that they got murdered by coyotes. But at the end of the day, chickens don't give a fuck about you. I'm not saying you should be mean to chickens. You certainly should be kind to them. But I've told the story ad nauseum. This chicken pecked at my daughter's feet when she was like 2. My wife was like, "Oh, the chicken thinks her foot is a worm." I go, "No, it's trying to fucking eat her." Understand, that's a little dinosaur. It's not like thinking that's a worm.
Right.
It's a little thing that it thinks it can attack because it's not much bigger than it. And it took a shot. At picking at it. They pick at each other, man. And I grabbed the chicken by the neck. And I looked at it and I go, "I will fucking kill you."
What did it say? Did it say
And I let
anything?
it go and it never fucked with the kids again. And I'm not bullshitting.
Wow.
I am not bullshitting.
Wow.
Because that chicken had it in its head.
It was gonna peck your kids.
The big ape had its hands around its neck, and it knew it was totally helpless. I had one hand on its breast, and it was like clawing at me, one hand on its neck. I go, "I will fucking kill you."
Jesus.
And then I brought it back to the chicken coop, and I let it go, and it never touched it again. And it never fucked with anybody after that. It had to know that you can't eat kids, you piece of shit. So I'm not anti-chicken, but they're heartless little fucking dinosaurs. If you ever saw the way they attack a mouse, you would have a completely new view of what a fucking chicken is.
First of all, I've never thought of chickens as like the apex of morality among birds. Like that, I've never had a chicken opinion. I love crows, but like crows are fucking cool. But yeah, man, I mean, look, I don't know. I think like
They're ruthless, bro.
The Joe Rogan experience.
The other thing they did, the only thing that I saw in pharma
personally that was shady is they would do these courses on never off-label promote, don't talk about this, don't talk about that, and you would sign all these documents saying, I'm not going to talk about that. Yeah, definitely. And then a week later, have us come listen to a thought leader in the field off-label promoting all the shit they told us not to talk about.
Explain off-label promoting.
So, let me think of an example. Example would be Zyprexa, and they got exposed for this on Zyprexa. Zyprexa was indicated essentially for, I'll do a better one. If you look at OxyContin, how did OxyContin take over the marketplace? It's because what they did is they got the reps to go out and began to recommend Oxy. So originally Oxy was meant for people who were terminally ill with cancer and were in severe pain, or somebody who's on the upper echelon of the pain threshold. And the goal of a company and a rep is to grow the market and to hit the number. And so when you go out, it's like, how do you grow the market? Well, we're going to grow the patient demographic. We're going to have to grow. We need the doctors to write more of this. So what they did with OxyContin was they went out and started. It got to a point where they were literally promoting it for people with migraines, and they were pumping these pain pills into all these practices.
Was this before or after it had been proven that it was highly addictive?
They knew it was highly addictive based off the studies. So I know you and I have talked about Sig, but the story on this family is absolutely insane. So the family that owned OxyContin is one of the richest families in the country. They're up there with the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts. They made all of their wealth in the 1960s by creating the Valium pandemic. They launched Valium into the marketplace, told people that it was non-addictive, non-abusive, grew the market. They were writing Valiums for headaches, Valiums for knee, shoulder, elbow pain, and it created, they went under governmental investigation. The government ended up investigating the family in the 60s, and then jump forward, they get off, they buy their way out of that, jump forward, and this is another thing we'll talk about. There's so many data points. Their patent on hydrocodone was expired. So Big Pharma does this a lot, and I'll get into this. Like they say we innovate, but it costs 10 times. We make tenfold on one drug because we innovate. So many go by the wayside. They don't innovate. They re-engineer and reapply, and like Zyprexa got combined with Symbyax to two drugs that were already on the market to extend the patent, right? So the goal is to play this shell game where when your patent's close to expiring, you have to reapply and extend the patent via a new indication or some sort of new combination of a couple of different products. And so hydrocodone was expiring. The hydrocodone oxy, like long delivery system was, the cotton system was expiring. So what they did is they looked at their revenues and they're like, we're fucked. Like we won't hit our numbers. We can't continue these growth trajectories unless we get a new patent on a new pain med. So they went out and they said, what else is out there that we could put into our patented delivery system? And the answer was Oxy. And the problem with that is it's 10 times more addictive than hydrocodone. So then you go, okay, well, they're going to have to do safety studies and prove it in humans and show that it's non-addictive, non-abusive. Nope. Human study never happened. They were able to piggyback on their hydrocodone cotton delivery system, take the delivery mechanism, and all it is basically they grind up the powder and they create layers. So in theory, if you take the pill, you won't get 100 milligrams of oxy at once. It'll, over 8 hours, dissolve into your body and you'll get the absorption. That was the premise. And so they said, because of our patented delivery system, this drug is non-abusive, non-addictive. We have a great safety profile. The other thing that happened is they went to the FDA, and this is where there's a lot of fuckery. They literally met with the head of the FDA at the time, after hours, at a hotel. This is all documented. And he helped them draft their application, and rubber stamped it and pushed it through, and gave OxyContin the golden fucking ticket. He put in the label that OxyContin is less likely to be addictive or abusive compared to other opioids in the market. And then you give a rep that, and you set them out in the marketplace, and you give them a $20,000 monthly expense account, and you have them taking guys to dinner, drinking wine and eating steaks, and they show in the label, hey, we're less addictive. This is a safe drug. We've got to stop pain. You know, let's really look. This isn't just anymore for the cancer patient. This is anybody in your practice who has pain. We're on a mission to stop pain. And all of them started getting addicted. I mean, it was rampant. And the system was trash, because once you grind up the pill, you've just circumvented the delivery mechanism. Super addictive, because they're going to get high doses of an opioid.
And that's what a lot of people were doing that were abusing it, right? They were grinding it up and
Grinding it up. And then it reminded me a lot of COVID, because what happened is doctors were blowing the company up. Purdue Pharma is the name of the company. And the family's the Sacklers. So the Sackler family, this is all documented now. And also, Jamie, anything I bring up, I've put on the Ways to Well website /JRE, because we're going to go over a lot of stuff. So any data point or study or any of that I bring up is available on the website. What they did was the Sackler family ended up taking an agreement with the U.S. government, and part of that deal was they would pay, I think, $3 billion, and then there was no, they could not prosecute them or come after them criminally, and it was done. So there was a settlement.
Where did the $3 billion go?
Well, they made, I think, 9 or 12 billion, 9 to 12 billion, I can't remember the number.
But the three that
I don't know
they
if
pay.
it's the family or the government. I don't know. I'm not sure where it all, if it went to the families of people. And this is close to home for me, because my brother died at 27, man, and I watched that documentary, and it makes me want to fucking vomit. I'm just like, and it's not just the Sacklers. It's, you know, Johnson & Johnson. They're known for their diapers and their no teary eyes, baby soap. Johnson & Johnson made more than anybody during the opioid pandemic. They were literally growing. They were doing what people do in the marijuana trade. They were basically juicing up and synthetically altering opioid plants to grow faster and more potent.
Damn, boy.
And so they supplied all the opium into the United States and made billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. And the FDA, at this point in time, the DEA was getting involved, going to the FDA, going to all these governmental bodies and saying, look, this shit's getting crazy. Like, this is getting out of control. The addiction rates are through the roof. What Purdue did at that time was pivot and go out and educate doctors on breakthrough pain. These patients aren't addicted. They're just still in pain. And the way to fix it is to write them more opioids. So they launched a 200 milligram pill and gave people more opioids.